All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Just making sure we're live. I kind of like this, but we're going to have to get two screens. But at least we know we're live because it'll tell you that you're live. Anyway, welcome. Last week, I didn't get to congratulate myself because it was such heavy energy, but we live streamed for 3 weeks in a row. I feel like congratulations to me. I did 15 live streams. I did my numbers. I like to do my planner. It's a new month. It's the 2nd. Okay. So it's a new month. So I like to do my analytics. I like to do my stuff. And so I was like, girl, you did 15 live streams, right? I'm so proud of you. All right. I am so proud of me. Thank you. Everything like that. We will be doing live streaming Monday through Friday. And yeah, this last month was about goals and everything like that. This week is going to be about interpersonal relationships. So it can be all type of relationships and everything like that. Last week, the energy was very heavy on my soul. It really was. Now here's the thing. I don't feel like bad things be happening to me like that for real. It be inconvenient things sometimes, but even then it's not even that deep. Right? Things not getting approved that I halfway wanted to go, not because if I would have went to this other thing, then it would have meant that I wouldn't have been able to do like YouTube as hard. My mind would have been somewhere else. So it's not like, you know what I mean? And the other thing is like, I get what I want so much, right? So much that the first time, one little time, I don't get something that I don't even halfway want like that for real. I feel some type of way because I'm like, what is no? What is that? I've never heard of a no. I never heard of, y'all like my hair. Listen, we may or may not have found out what happens when you use ion charcoal black with 30 developer on AliExpress bundles. I feel like the bundles did as best as they could. We turned it into a ponytail, but like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like, I just feel appreciative of my hair. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of felt humbled. We wasted $130, but like, I feel like, praise God, you still have your hair, right? Maybe you need to focus on your hair, right? Instead of, so that's what we're going to do for now. Plus, we worked out today. We started Insanity. I feel really slim. Like I'm getting in all of that. So all of these good things, all of these things are happening. All right. But something that I noticed last week, it wasn't me. It was other people. It seemed like everybody around me was going through something. And you know what? We just had a full moon. The moon is still kind of big and everything like that. So be safe out there. Happy Black History Month as well. Be safe out there. But what I'm saying is everybody is going through stuff. Now, I didn't want to sound like bad or whatever when I started in the beginning of the year, when I told y'all the year, it's a year one. New karmic cycle, right? And so, people live the lives that they're accustomed to, They live the lives that they're accustomed to, and whatever they're accustomed to, you get whatever is on that path, right? You get whatever is on that current path, whatever you've been doing, okay? You don't just luck up and lose the weight. Right? It's about what you've been doing over time. It's all a culmination, right? So, people in their choices, okay, or even just their belief systems can hold them back, right? And I had a conversation with my grandma about everything, and she was just like, she like, first of all, number one, you're not a counselor. You're not getting paid to be talking to people about their problems all day. I understand you want to be nice and everything like that, but like, no. And then number two, why these people ain't retired or nothing? Like, my grandma is a smooth 60-something, laid up, paid up. You feel me? And so it's just kind of like, I was like, you're right. You're right. And so for me, it's giving choices and decisions, right? At certain ages, you should not have to have certain problems. Like, okay, I had an issue. I didn't have an issue, but it's just kind of like someone comes to me with their problem, and the first thing I think about is a solution, but the solution my grandma gave was, why are you even at work? Why haven't you? And then the thing is, it's like she's not too far removed to where you're like, oh my God, why haven't you retired yet? Everybody can't retire, Granny. Like, everybody can't retire at the same age you retired at. Everybody not on that, you know? But at the same time, it's just kind of like, are you not going to enjoy your life because other people made bad choices, and so they in a predicament that they need help all the time? You know, because I was looking up the stuff on destiny swapping and all these things. I've been seeing all type of stuff, and I'm going to tie it all together. But I feel like I experience things in my waking life so I can come back and share the good news. The good news is this: if you have not been making choices in alignment with what you really want to bring into your life, right? And you can say you want something, but unless you start taking action to fulfill that, then you will not have it, right? And that's just what it is. If you have not been doing what you were supposed to be doing, you see, then you're not going to have what you want. You're just not going to have it, okay? Now, here's the issue. The issue is when people that didn't do what they were supposed to be doing, because I know you did what you're supposed to be doing. When people didn't do what they're supposed to do, and they come into you, right? And it's all this, can you show me? Can you help me? Baby, can you help me? Right? Can you help me? Show me the path, right? And the thing is, you feel sorry for them, right? You feel sorry for them, or you don't mind. You're not a gatekeeper, because I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't mind sharing the good news and everything, because to me, this little stuff, it be little stuff. To me, it's little stuff, but to someone else, it's monumental. You see, it's monumental. But the thing is, there's a difference between helping people and spoon feeding people. See, I don't have no kids. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't have children. I don't have none. I just got this dog over there, and she eat her own food, right? I don't have to like force feed her the food. Either you eat when I put that food out, or you starve. Okay? Now, I would hope that you would have sense enough to know that I'm providing you the nourishment for your body, right? And you would eat your food. But if you don't want to eat the food that's prepared, right? If you don't want to eat what is here, right? And you don't have no money to go out and get, you see, then it sounds like you just not going to have, right? That's, we're not trying to be rude. We're not trying to be rude because I don't feel like it's a situation for me of destiny swapping, but I definitely feel like there's this energy, and it's not just me, other people that I talk to about it or whatever. It's just like people want a play-by-play of every single thing, and that is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. We have the digital age, AI. You can figure out what you want to do, however you want to do it. Whatever you want to do, you are capable of doing it. The issue is people infantilize. What is the word? They victimize themselves and really roll back the time, and they go into like child mode where they need someone to do stuff for them. Like, I'm not a mom. I'm not a mom. You're not a mom, And then the thing is, when that doesn't work, right? When that doesn't work, you'll start to see people doing the things that you do, right? They start doing the things that you do, taking on your personality. They might do it while y'all friends, while y'all still cool or whatever like that. But it's just like little things, Okay, just little things. Just, oh, I'm going to wear my hair like this. Oh, I'm going to wear the same nail color and shape that you do. Oh, I'm going to start doing this. And at the first time, it's like, that's harmless. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's little kitty stuff. But then it just it elevates itself into real things. Now they're talking like you. Now they're walking like you. Now they have the same interests. Now you see them where you go. You hang out here and now they showing up and stuff like that. And you just like, oh, now they talking to the people that you talk to. Now they running in the circle that you running in. They all up in your business. Okay? They want to be you, girl. They want your life. They want your entire life. Okay, it's not enough for you to show them. They want you to show them so that they can really get in your skin and really be you, right? Because their life, they haven't been doing anything for themselves. Now, here's the thing. Now, we say we're going to fake it till we make it. All right, we're going to fake it till we make it. But the thing is, where's the line? Because if you put so much effort into faking it as someone else, right? You fake it as someone else. What you could have put that into actually becoming who you are, but then you would have to look in the mirror and then you would have to see yourself for who you really are. Okay, I don't know who the word is for, because I don't be going through nothing. That's the thing. I don't be having problems. I just be seeing problems happen around me or whatever. And I just feel this general consensus. I was scrolling and I saw something about destiny swapping. Personally, I don't believe that anybody can take your destiny, because what God has for you, it is for you. Okay. I believe in a God that is smart. Okay. And they just not giving blessings to the wrong person, right? They not just shipping stuff to the wrong address. They not just giving your order to the wrong person. All right. That's not what they do. Right. And I believe that your blessings are so well protected. Okay. Then it would have to take an act of your own will to delay it. So what that means is, if you have a blessing and God is like, everybody ain't going to be a recipient of your blessing. I got this money for you, but you can't spend the money on everybody. You can't give the money away when I give it to you. When I give you the money, when I give you this blessing, you can't give it away. Because if I wanted to give it to them, I would give it to them, but I didn't. I gave it to you. So why would you give it away? You don't want it? I'll hold it until you want it. That's what that is. It's not, oh, they took my life. No. And even then, if you have people that are vampires, like they're vampirific, like I can't even talk to that. But if they have that vampire vibe, girl, then that's something that you would have to approve. Okay? You would have to approve that. Okay? You would have to let them in and say, I'm not going to say it. You seen the movie? Why would I say something like that? Why would I allow you into my vicinity like that for real? I don't know you. You have to let that type of energy in. It's the let me help you, or can you help me, or all of that, right? And even if it's not a nice interaction, because it could just be any type of interaction. It could be a bad interaction, right? Going back and forth, toe to toe with people. That's the interaction. So when you're working with narcissists, you have vampires, you have all that energy right there. It's a back and forth thing. They got to talk to themselves. Where they going to get the energy from if you didn't extend it to them? You see what I'm saying? They're taking some of their energy, and it seemed like, they're siphoning or destiny swapping. No, that's your anointing rubbing off on them, right? That's your protection and your vibe. Now, if you pull your energy back, their life go back to whatever it is, you see. All right. Or worse, you start talking to them, seem like your life go to crap. Seem like you losing your hair. Seem like you done lost your whole sense of self, because they are pulling energy, but they're not taking your destiny. I don't think that nobody can take the destiny from you. Okay. Now you can let them have some energy. Okay. But don't. That's why I started the video off, because, I don't be talking about people. I don't do that. But I feel like I experience a lot of things where people, they make their choices. And I be trying to figure out why. Why are people making the choices that they're making? Why are people doing the things that they are doing? And I feel like in my unending vibe where I just feel like I have to research things, I feel like I have to psychoanalyze people, I feel like I have to, make excuses for people because I just really be feeling sorry for people. Like I really be feeling bad. Like, dang, this is all that you gonna have for the rest of your life. This is it. This is it for you. This is it. This is going to be it for you, right? But it might be it for them, but it's not it for me. And that's what I'm learning, right? I was watching my other people that I watch, and all of them simultaneously was like, don't look back, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what is that? The energy I'm feeling is just kind of like, when you get your blessings, when things start happening for you, when things happen the way in which it's supposed to happen, you're not supposed to go back. You're not supposed to look back at what is, because ain't nothing back there to see. You can't drive forward looking in the rearview mirror. That's the energy that I'm feeling, right? That's the energy. And it's just kind of like, I genuinely be feeling sorry for people. I really do. I really do. Like when you look over people and you listen to their stories and you hear all of that, like sometimes people just be talking and they just really they need someone to talk to, right? But my thing is this, why do we need someone to talk to? Because I had a conversation. It was like, well, why don't you need anyone? Well, when I was growing up, I was raised to be self-sufficient. It might be a trauma response and everything like that, but I genuinely enjoy my own company. I genuinely love sitting here and talking to myself. I do it every day. I do it every day. I really should live stream first thing in the morning, barefaced and crazy, because that is what I do. First thing in the morning, what is the energy that I'm feeling for the day, right? But it's just kind of like, we have to adapt to the society and everything like that. But it's just like, no, I don't rely on other people for anything, because you can't. You're never going to find everything that you need within one person, right? You're not going to see and feel and experience everything within one person. And that is a big gamble to put all your hopes and wishes on one person to provide you with the things that you're supposed to be providing to yourself. Okay? So, I don't believe in that codependent thing. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that we need to be talking to each other every day like that. Now, I do believe in communication, but I just don't believe that I need to be up under somebody. I don't believe in no follow the leader. I don't believe in none of that, right? So I don't identify with these things. And so, when people want to bite off, I'm like, get off of me. Like, what is that? I feel you talking too much to me. Like, I just, it's just too much for me. It's just too much. But it's just like, there's a difference between having a conversation where you feel like y'all both are talking versus somebody is emotionally dumping and toxic and all of this energy. The other thing I've noticed is like, you pull yourself out of the equation, right? And just see how the person interacts with everybody else. Because here's the thing, what I've noticed is that if a person have a problem with one person, okay, boom. But if you have a problem with this person, that person, how many problems is you gonna have? How many problems is that? How many problems is that? Okay, because we have to start looking at the common denominator. How many problems are you gonna have? It's always something with somebody else, right? Separate yourself from stuff like that. Okay? Separate yourself from stuff like that, because what that's going to do is going to alienate you from being able to communicate and move around in different rooms and different circles. It's going to alienate you. You're not going to be able to elevate and do the things that you want to do because you're trying to, be cool with just this one person, right? And that's what we're going to get in this whole month. It's about interpersonal relationship. This video is an introduction to the entire month. But what I'm saying is, You trying to be friends and keep this one relationship, this one friendship alive, but you trying to elevate. You trying to be a better person. You trying to expand your horizons, but they're not willing to rise or meet or change or do anything. And so now you're limiting yourself because you're over here. And that's why you can't get your blessing. That's why you can't get your blessing right there, because they're not supposed to be at the table. They're not supposed to be a part of the recipient list. They're not supposed to be a part of anything. They're just supposed to get whatever they were supposed to get, which is probably going to be nothing, right? And so as we are getting blessed, right? As we are getting blessed, as we are having wonderful things happen, because this is just the second month. This is just the second month. Last month, we talked about what does it take to be number one. Okay. What does it take to be number one? You're going to have to leave people behind. Okay. You're going to have to leave people behind, because what's going to happen is they're going to try to imitate, which is always the best form of flattery, whatever. But the thing is, it's not going to be what they think it is. Like, they can't put that special sauce on it. They don't have a special sauce. They don't have the juice. They don't have the proper seasoning. They don't have the spirit of being able to season the chicken right. It's not going to taste the same. It's not going to hit the same. It's not going to give what it's supposed to give because it didn't come from the correct source. Okay. So they trying to do something, but you can't even do it like that for real. Okay. Cause you ain't got it. You got to go do the thing that you're supposed to be doing. You trying to do what somebody else doing, not working, not the same. Okay. And they're going to resent you for it. They're going to resent you for having something that they don't have. They can't buy it. They can't pick that up at the doctor's office. Okay. They can't do nothing. Okay. They can't copy it. They can't do none of that. Okay. They can't. They just can't. It's not in them. It's not on them. It's not around them. They just looking at it and they want it and they can't have it. All right. And so they're resentful. And so that is not going to be a good dynamic. You can't be friends with people who want your life, that want the things that you have. You just can't be friends with that. Now, we can want the same things and we can elevate and strive to get there, not a problem. But when somebody wants you, they want your hair, they want your nails, okay? They want the way you talk. They want your presence when you enter a room where everybody turn their head, neck on the swivel. They want all of that, but they can't get it because they just ain't got it. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. And that's what I'm learning too. We're learning it together. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I've been feeling bad, I will say it took me a long time for things to be as good as they are. You know what I mean? When I say I don't have any problems, it took me a long time because we definitely had some problems. We definitely were in situations where there was nobody that we could turn to. It was just solo dolo. That's why we got the candles burning, because that's all it was. Me and some candles and a Bible, and that's what we got to make it work. Okay? But it's just like, you have to be willing to face the mirror. You have to be willing to have the dark night of the soul. You got to be willing to go through. If you're not willing to go through and you always looking for a way to go around and you're trying to do all this other stuff, then yeah, you're going to have problems because you're not really trying to work for it. You're not trying to work for your peace. You're not trying to put in what you need to do to learn about what do you need as a person? Who are you? Who are you? True confidence, the spark comes from knowing yourself and being confident in yourself and understanding that nobody can tell you anything because you didn't seen everything. Okay. But at the same time, we always learning. We always learning. We can always learn from anybody we can learn. We'll take that on the chin. It don't matter. But it's just like, that comes with life experience. That comes from not being afraid of the dark parts of yourself. That comes from doing the work. It comes from doing the work. And people don't be the one to do the work. They want you to spoon feed. What do you do? How do you do? All of that. We got the internet. We got AI. Okay? AI is moving from telling you stuff to doing spreadsheets. We got cars that drive themselves. I seen it. There was nobody in the car. We are living in unprecedented times. All right. So it's going to be impossible until it's done. Okay. And people are doing the impossible every day. So, there's no excuse. There's really no excuse for people not to be where they want to be. I genuinely am coming to that realization because it's like you have to be okay with not being able to save. Everybody don't want to be saved. Everybody don't want to be saved. There are some people that are lower vibrational, right? And they knocking on different doors and stuff like that. And they're going to get whatever happens to them. You have to be okay with that. Now, my other video, I talked about Pluto and Aquarius and all that other stuff. I know it's woo-woo, but it's just like people get what's coming to them. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, people get whatever is coming to them. And it ain't nobody doing nothing to you. No, you did that to yourself, right? You did that to yourself. And so what I'm saying is, like, don't help them people. Do not be out here helping people. Don't be out here. Like, all we can do is pray for the people. That's all we can do. But it's just kind of like, you can't spoon feed these people. Okay, because if you spend all your time spoon feeding people, when you going to have time to be great? When you going to have time to enjoy yourself if you always spoon feeding? Because you got to prepare the food. You got to go buy the food. Now you got to spoon feed them. So it's like you giving them your table scraps and things like that. When do you have time for that? We don't have time for that. We don't have time. The internet is live. The internet is live. Okay, it's talking. Okay, ChatGPT and all these robots are rolling their eyes. Okay, they got an attitude. Okay, we are living in unprecedented time. We don't have time to be out here trying to spoon feed people because they don't want to be a better person, or they want what you have, but they're not willing to put in the work for it. Okay, they're not willing to do what is required. Okay, they're not trying to do the prescription. There's a prescription plan for what you have. And even then, you still need that special sauce. And they're not trying to do what it takes. They're not trying to do it. They're not. They just not. You know what I mean? And then when you talk to them, it's the same thing every single time. Not making no progress. You telling them what to do, they not doing it because they don't want to. The struggle is their identity. I got a video I'm going to do, why people love their hard life. Some people gonna have a hard life. Some people, like my mama would say, some lessons you're not going to learn in my house. You're just not. You're not going to learn some things here. You might have to go somewhere else to find it because you're not going to learn that lesson here. Okay? You're just not. Some people gotta get it out the mud. Some people, they have to learn that fat meat is greasy. Some people have to learn that water is wet. Some people have to learn that if you touch the stove and it's on, you're going to get burned. Some people have to learn that, and you have to allow people to learn that. You have to allow people to make their choices, their decisions, and things like that. And no judgment. No judgment. Another thing somebody told me is like, some people, this is woo-woo, some people are going to reincarnate. This is a learning vibe. We're all learning here, right? Some people are going to reincarnate. Some people have to, because they're not going to learn everything that they need to learn right now. They're not going to learn it all. They don't want to. They can come back and try it again. They can try it again. Everybody is not going to make it. Everybody not going to be on the same level. Everybody just not there. But it's not your job to spoon feed people. It's not your job, right, to give your blessing away. It is not your job. That's not your job. You're not getting paid for that. You see that? You see how we circle it around? That's what Granny said. You're not getting paid. You're not getting paid for that. That is not the description. She's like, can you pull that up for me? Because I don't know if you need to go get a new certification program or you going to go back to school for something, because it sounds like you got a different job. I don't know. You supposed to be in there with the books, but it seemed like people are, reading their life book out to you. And there's, nothing wrong with that, but it's just kind of like, it be like that, y'all. It really be like that, and it's just like, I really have noticed that people they want to be you. They want what you have. They're angry or they're resentful that, their life isn't as smooth and clean and things like that, like like yours, but it's just kind of like, are you not going to enjoy your blessing because other people don't have it? I don't want to sound privileged. I never want to sound like that. Especially that's why I do try to help. But it's just like, how much help you gonna give? Where's the line? Somebody tell me, where's the line at? When do you just gotta because if it's like we're concentrating so much on solving other people's problems, we haven't solved our own problem, even though our problem isn't as crazy as theirs. Okay. All right. Okay. But it's just like we've done the work to not have those types of problems. We have different type of problems. My problem today, we are doing an egg fast. We are doing insanity. We bought some hair. We bleached the hair. We burned the hair. Most of that hair is in the garbage bags. And now, I don't know, right? Those are my problems. How I'm going to get these lights to look right, Yeah, those are the problems I have, But I listen. When people gave me advice, I listened to them. I did what they told. I followed the steps. 1, 2, 3 in order. I did what I was supposed to do. But what I'm noticing is people don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing. They not every time. So what's the progress on this? What's the progress on that? How can we turn this negative into a positive? How can we reframe this to something else? Have you considered this? Did you talk to that person? Did you try to no, I'm not going to do, you know what? People deserve whatever happens to them. People deserve whatever come their way. People deserve it. People do. And you know what? Oh, well. I feel, you know what I mean? And you know what? They might want your life. Now, I did look up destiny swapping. I looked it up, but I literally just don't believe that people can mirror you. But again, it ain't going to be doing nothing. I might have to change the title of this video, but it's just like they want your life. They want what you have, but they're not willing to work for it. They want to be number one, but they don't want to go to practice. They want to be number one, but they not writing those scripts out. They not really out here in the field like that for real. They not really working. They not putting the time in the gym. They're not meal prepping like that for real. They not doing it. They not streaming every day, Monday through Friday like I am. They not. I had to get in your face for that one. I felt that one. I did. But it's just kind of like, no. Another thing I've noticed, and I'm going to get off of here because I'm getting hungry. When you start walking in the path of your alignment, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? On your thing, like whatever you're supposed to be doing, we doing our thing, you start being met with resistance, okay? You get a little roadblock, okay? And it seems to be things that you have a problem with concentrating. Like I have a personal problem with helping people, like helping people more than I help myself, right? And so I noticed that when I start, and this is not the first time something like this has happened, where I was focusing intently on something and it seemed like everything around me, right, was just falling apart. Okay? All right. Literally everything disintegrating. And it just kind of felt like, dang, I can't do my YouTube channel. Dang, I can't do it because other things are happening around me, right? And so that's why we get the message say, don't look back. You keep going. I don't care what happened. I don't care how it go. I just don't care. You got to keep going. You have to keep moving forward. Usually when you're trying to, beat something, you gotta circumvent the distractions. You get these distractions, you get these things, and it's always aligned to whatever you have something to do with. Like, I like to help people. I like to look out for people and things like that. Well, you can't look out for people and look at the camera at the same time. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning. But I feel like the things that I go through, even though they're minute, you know, and nothing is happening to me personally, I just kind of feel like that was a message for today. Today was very random, but that's the energy that I'm getting. Like, we have to keep going. We can't spoon feed these people. They want what you have, but they ain't gonna never work to get it, so they don't deserve it. They're not gonna do it. So it's, you know, and then also what God have for you, it is for you. Okay? It is delayed but not denied. And the only person that can deny it is you. You would have to be the person to say, I don't want it. I don't want my destiny. That's what you would have to say, something like that. You know, you would have to say, oh, it's too big for me. The shoes, it's just too much for me. I don't want it. You would have to do that yourself. And a lot of times I feel like we do because we're too afraid of what it would mean. It would mean that you're not going to be around everybody. It would mean that everybody can't come with you. It would mean that you would be in a different environment. You would be outside of your comfort zone. That's what it means. And sometimes we love other people more than we love the dream. We love other people and what they got going on more than we love our destiny. We love the relationship. We love the dynamic. We love being chose. We love nurturing, right? I love to nurture, take care of people. But do I love to nurture more than we love our dream? So now you have to choose between, what do you want? Do you want the dream or do you want the nurturing? How about we just get the dream and get a dog? That's what I'm going to do. I might get another one. I might get another one. Okay. Or maybe just buy her some more stuff. Okay. I hope you like this video. We was talking in circles, but we're going to be going Monday through Friday. Also, I want to do Q&As, you know, maybe, yeah, see, that's why if we want to help people so bad, let's do Q&As. So whenever I do this video, I'm going to put the link. If you want me to do like a Q&A Fridays or something like that, we can do that. That would be fun. Totally anonymous. I won't say anything. But anyway, I will see you in the next video.